What's the deal, baby? You already know it is the big boss dog, boss hop, K poke through the dope. Get out this boxing. So, I just got off my second job, but we talking about that Charlo, Brian Castano post-fight. This my post-fight analysis on the fight. I think that Charlo gave away that fight, man. I'm content with the draw. I am, because Charlo did some good things. I mean, he hurt Castano more than Castano hurt him, but Castano was more active, and Castano was backing Charlo up, had more ring generalship. Now I think Charlo underestimated Brian Castano. I thought Charlo was like, man, I'm gonna knock this boy out. I ain't worrying about it. And he didn't realize how good Brian Castano is. Brian Castano is actually throwing combinations. You know what I mean? Going to the body, going back to the head. Brian Castano ain't nothing to play with. You know what I mean? He ain't nothing to play with. I'm keeping it G. You know what I mean? That dude is something else. You know what I mean? You can't sit there and play with that dude, man. You can't, you got to throw combos with him. And one thing I can tell you about fighting these Spanish fighters is they fight, some of them got skill. May not be a lot, but they got a little bit of technique, but they fight with heart. And they gonna keep coming. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. I'm telling you this. I done sparred and fought Hispanic fighters. They keep coming. You gotta bring that dog out when you fight them. That's just what it is. Ain't no other way to put it. Ain't no nice way to put it. I wish it was, but Charlo needs to, they need to immediately go into the rematch, and Charlo need to be more active this next fight. I think what Charlo was doing was he thought that he could box Castano, and because Castano is aggressive and he comes forward, so he thought that I'm just gonna box Castano, and that's not gonna work on him, because he knows how to apply intelligent pressure. He works behind the jab and throws combinations. He knows how to move you where he wants to go to. For example, he may throw a left hook, but it's not a left hook that left hook may not hit you. That left hook may get you to slide just enough to where he can land the straight right. Or he may throw a straight right, and may get you to move a certain way where he can land a left hook. It's punches you could throw that you're not gonna land, but he gonna move a certain way, and you land that punch that you want to land. That's what I'm talking about. And I think that's what Castano was doing with Charlo. Now, granted, Charlo, like I said, he hurt Castano more than Castano hurt Charlo. I think Castano hurt Charlo in one of them rounds. But I think that Charlo should have done more than what he was doing. The jab was non-existent. He did not have a jab in this fight. Okay? You gotta work that jab, bro. You know what I mean? That's like the number one punch. The most important punch of all the punches, the jab. And it was non-existent, this fight. You gotta use the jab to set up everything. You know what I mean? And even Errol Spence, when they asked Errol, hey, who do you think won this fight? Errol said, I'm not the coach. Even Errol knew Charlo didn't do good, man. He underestimated Brian Castano. I don't think Brian Castano did enough to win that fight. I wouldn't be mad if they gave it to Castano, though. You get what I mean? It really could have went either way. So I'm glad that they did the draw. What this is going to do is, it's kind of what the Tony Harrison situation, right? What this going to do with Charlo is, man, can go back to the drawing board, and he going to work even harder. But you got to work behind that jab, bro. Got to work behind that jab. Brian Castano can box, bro. He can throw combos. He beat Errol Spence in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? Who else he beat? He beat top pro fighters. You know what I mean? He beat them in the amateurs. So he know what he doing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't watched the Erslan De Lara fight, but by the looks of the highlights, he was beating up on Erslan De Lara. Erslan De Lara don't get beat up like that. He was beating the brakes off that, you know what I'm saying? Erslan De Lara, you know. But Charlo was doing what Erslan De Lara was doing. Because Erslan De Lara throws like 1 or 2 punches. You can't do that with Castano. You gotta throw combinations. You gotta be first. You gotta go back to amateur boxing with Castano. You gotta be first. You gotta keep that jab in his face. You're 5'11". Castano's like 5'7", 5'8". You the bigger fighter, taller. Throw that jab out of there. You got the reach. Throw the jab. And I'm not bashing Charlo. It's just he didn't fight to his full potential. You know what I mean? And what you did was you proved these haters who be hating on you right. Because a lot of people don't like Jermall and Jermall Charlo. They don't. A lot of them don't like it because they're outspoken black men. And when you're an outspoken black man, there comes hatred. When you're an outspoken white man or Mexican, they love you. That's just the truth. You know what I mean? They love you. When you're an outspoken white man or Hispanic or Asian, they love you. But when you're an outspoken black man, they hate you. They want you to lose. You know what I'm saying? You should have saw the comments that I was reading. You know? They still talk about Jermall Charlo. You know what I mean? We're gonna make a video about that because, you know, some of y'all saying some crazy stuff. We're gonna have to spar on that one. You know what I mean? But like I said before, bro, it's like I'm a realist when it comes to this boxing. I ain't no man fan. I ain't finna sit here and, you know, oh, Charlo won and, you know, da. I'm not gonna say that. All I'm gonna say is Charlo could have done more in the fight. And it's things that I saw he could have done that he didn't do. There's no way Brian Castano should be backing you up on the ropes. And I get it. I think I know what he was trying to do. He was just trying to box Brian Castano. He was trying to box him and get him to run into stuff. You know what I mean? He wasn't expecting... You know what I mean? Because Brian Castano has 17 fights. So I think that's what Charlo was looking at. Like, oh, he only has 17 fights. He ain't fought on the levels I fought on. And I get it. Like I say, I do. I get it. I understand. But that don't matter. You know what I mean? This dude can fight. Period. And when you got a dude that can fight, he's gonna be a problem. And that's what happened. He was a problem. He came out there, and for some rounds he was putting it on you. You know what I'm saying? Some rounds he was putting it on Charlo. I don't know if it was the game plan or Charlo just got away from the game plan. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I think what Charlo need to do is beat Charlo this next time and come forward. You know what I mean? You gotta come forward against dudes like that. Like I said, these Hispanic fighters, unless you Floyd Mayweather, and even Floyd, when he fought Madonna, he had to dig deep. He had to fight Madonna in spurts. You know what I mean? He had to fight that dude in spurts. There was no perfect pretty boy Floyd defense. He had to fight Madonna. You know what I mean? He had to sit there and be like, F it, I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta go toe to toe with this boy. And you saw that in Floyd. Yeah, he moved. He still did what he did, but he knew I'm gonna have to fight this dude in spurts. I'm gonna have to give it to him. That's what Jermall Charlo gotta do about Castano. You gotta fight that dude, bro. You have to. like I said, when these Spanish fighters, they don't care, bro. They don't care about your record. They don't care that you 34 and whatever. They don't care how many belts you got. They don't care how much money you got. They coming to fight. That's it. When you talking about fighting, that they with it. You got to go to another place in your mind when you fighting these Hispanic fighters. Whether they from Argentina, Mexicana, whatever it is, all them Enas, them boys coming to fight. You gotta fight these dudes, man. You gotta fight them. You gotta fight like your life depends on it. Especially for Undisputed, it's all the belts. So I was a little disappointed. I do think he can grow from this, because like I said, look at the Tony Harrison situation. Kind of similar thing. He kind of underestimated Tony Harrison. And you know, they gave the fight to Tony Harrison. Let's just be real. They gave it to Tony Harrison. He came back the second fight, hungry, determined, and he was able to squeak out a win. You know? Well, not squeak out. He knocked that boy out. You know what I mean? And that's what he gonna have to have that same mindset when it pertains to Brian Castano in the second fight. He gonna have to come in there, focused, determined, and he gonna have to knock him out. You know what I mean? He gonna have to knock him out, but he gonna have to work behind the jab and do things like that in order to successfully get a W. I just said what I said. I did what I did. Like, comment, hate, and subscribe. I'm done.